If you're wondering what's new and upcoming in the Total War modern sphere, have no fear. For today, I present to you a dark fantasy mod known as Eldirath Banners of the Fallen Realms. This is an upcoming mod for Total War Attila, heavily inspired by popular fantasy settings such as Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings and other dim and grimdark settings. This is a world of chaos, a world of ruin, a world trying to pick itself back up together after the fateful, sundering, apocalyptic event. And this world, Eldirath, it was a world of beauty and where humanity was created. And then a new race, known as the Elves, arrived in this world, and then conflict between the gods, taking both sides, led to a civil war. Some parts of the gods, opposed to the creator, tried to destroy him, and they basically made the creator go unconscious, meaning that the world ended up in a blaze of fire and the world ruptured. That meant the elves, the dwarves, the humans, and all the other wolfkin and other races had to form together to literally oppose all of this stuff. So what came before was gone. What came after it was chaos. And then you have, it was basically like the collapse of the Bronze Age. That's how I would say it. And now it is the year 1367. We of course have the elven city-states under the leadership of King Thalis, who wants to make the elves have a stronger path in this new world. And to the west we also have the Kingdom of Duthanger, renowned for its seafaring prowess and robust heritage. It is led by Horgrim Flamebeard, and under his command the disparate dwarven clans have rallied together. This is just a brief preview of what I've given, because the factions that you're seeing here are all heavily lore written. Now this has been made by one modder who has spent a huge amount of time making all the individual unit models, making the custom maps, and he's getting more support. But the mod desperately needs a lot of work. The mod needs 3D modelers, animators, people that know how to do the complex campaign map editing techniques. And so what I would say to you is, if you want to see more mods like this in the Total War sphere, if you want to see mods with custom maps like this, with custom LOCs, custom points, custom numbers, then we really need some support. We need you, the Total War community, to come to the aid of this great mod. And right now there will be a multiplayer beta coming soon. That's gonna happen. We're gonna definitely be having that sooner or later. So you can expect a release. Also, we have the undead. If you notice here, you'll see that the people riding these undead chariots are literally skeletons. So that's also an amazing part as well. But the main point is this. You, the Total War community, have always been awesome in supporting Total War modders. What I'm appealing to you is this. If you know modeling, if you know or are willing to learn how to do map editing, then please go and help out this great modder. I have linked Discord down below in which you can join and give your help, or at least ask, because the multiplayer aspect of this is going to be absolutely amazing. There's like 2 custom maps and also a third one, and also a third siege map as well. Now this custom map that I fought is more or less a dark, dense, let's say swamp-like situation, and you have to fight for all these control of area points. I think it's absolutely great. On a 1v1, I don't think it would work, but on a 3v3, it would definitely work. I think there's so much great stuff in this multiplayer aspect that you can do here that it would be absolutely amazing. And why wouldn't you want to get involved in a fantasy mod that is adding so much? It reminds me of Terminus. It reminds me of all the great mods that have come from Total War in the past. In fact, there was one mod, I can't remember, I think it was either Terminus or some other mod that had the undead, that had zombies, and it was made for Attila specifically. But I digress. This is an upcoming mod. So for those of you that are thinking that there's nothing new on the horizon, there is content coming on the horizon. You already have seen that Thrones of Britannia mod with the Roman legions. You're seeing this fantasy mod here. Total War is going to enter a golden age of modding. And we are going to get this modding. But This modding is not being done by teams of the past, where back in the old days in Rome Total War, you would have had, at least 4 to 5 dedicated modders. And I would say that the cost of living crisis also plays a role. Why do I say that? Because back in the old days, when, things weren't expensive, when you weren't going through your app to order food, and nothing cost like $10 or 10 quid or whatever it was, people had time to devote. People had time to take their time out of their 9 to 5 to work on projects like this. But nowadays, projects like this are being either done by 1 or 2 guys. You don't have an entire dedicated modding team because people don't have that much free time. And I know it is a bit unrelated, but there's a reason I'm saying this. We, as a Total War community, we love to buy games. We love to spend games. Some people say that, oh no, modders, the base game should be superior. The base game should be this, the base game should be that. I say, so what? Mods enhance the base game. They don't effectively make it bad or anything. Sure, is there unit balancing that needs to be done? Yeah. But they are doing the work that I think that, developers really need to put more of an effort into. So, this is the main reason I'm saying. Apart from the multiplayer aspect, also support the modder as well. Go to the Discord. Talk with him. If you have any skills in writing, fleshing out the lore of this world, expanding the story, if you want to get involved in a rich, fascinating project, then why not? Because this guy is doing it day in, day out with a job, and there are many modders in the Total War community, plus across everywhere, across Bannerlord, across everywhere that are devoting their time. So your biggest contribution will be in helping the modder test out these maps, in playing these battles, in liking this, in joining the Discord, and making sure that he has all the support he needs. And this desert faction is really, really awesome. In fact, there's a unit called the Nakaz, and if you use the Nakaz, oh my god, they literally decimate all the units. You have the undead faction, you have a vampire faction, you have medieval style looking units, you have all sorts, you have crossbows, you have so much more. Yes, granted that some of the factions are more human-like, but they are distinct. They have their own unique cultures, their own unique sets. And when it comes to campaign work is not going to happen until maybe 3-4 years in the future. But if you help the modder out now, you can definitely give him the support he needs. You can definitely make sure that we can ensure such rich projects like this come in the future. But briefly, if I may, Eldirath is now continuing a complex aftermath of the Sundering and the divine wars that have followed. It finds itself at a pivotal point. Each of the factions in this game, at least 4 or 5 factions, have old grievances that need to be unearthed, and new alliances that need to be forged. And with the influence of the creators still palpably steering the destiny of all beings, the stage has been set for a new chapter in Eldirath's saga, where heroes will emerge, legends will be born, and the eternal struggles for power will unfold. And the eternal struggles for power will unfold, choreographed by the divine and mortal realms alike. Do you not see how fantastic of a story this is? How fantastic of a setting this is? This is going to be one of the most ambitious and amazing fantasy mods for Total War Attila. Eldirath is going to be amazing, and I'm going to be writing out my own lore of this world. The modder is so amazing that he says, come and help me, come and join me. You can write out your own lore in the Discord if you want. You can help me contribute towards making unit cards, making models, making all sorts, campaign, animation. All this type of stuff is being done here. And if maybe 5-10 years ago it took maybe a team of 5 to 10 people to make it, now a team of 1 person is making it. Video games are being made by 1 person only. Models are doing work by themselves only. So it only comes to us as the Total War community that we should support them. And I would say that it is the resilience of the Total War community, the resilience of the Total War community on Discord and Reddit that have wholeheartedly supported great mods like this. All I say is, If you guys are helping Dawnless Days, let's help this mod too. You want to see amazing cinematic battles, you want to see amazing great mods. In fact, there's a great YouTuber called Romulus Battles who I believe may be making a cinematic on this. So definitely go ahead and subscribe to his channel. There's amazing cinematic battles. And I know I went a bit off script. I know that I went a bit unscripted, but I did this because I spent 3-4 hours, at least 5 to 6 hours just helping the modder test out these new maps. He's making custom maps every week or so. He's working on it every day. So support Eldirath. And that's it. The campaign is going to take time. Dawnless Days is going to take time. But if we support the Total War modding community now, guys, we are going to be in for years of replayability. I would say that there is a limit of 3,000, so when you play the multiplayer, it will be different. But honestly, I urge you guys to come back to Attila, play Dawnless Days, play Eldirath, play all these mods, because there's going to be a lot of new mods coming in the future. We just don't know about it. Rome Remastered already has a bunch of mods that are going to be coming out sooner or later. I keep in touch as much as I can with the Total War Discord, the Total War community, and try and just see what comes out. So this is a fantastic mod, and you would be missing out if you don't see this. And as I have said, this new fantasy mod for Attila will change everything. Because if we have Dawnless Days and we have Eldirath, then that's fantastic. That's more fantasy, more great mods for you to play. Now when I mean fantasy, I don't mean like in the Warhammer sense. This is more like historical fantasy, but it has that element of historical authenticity. So it's the start of something great. So if you've been thinking of what's new for Attila, wait for maybe, I think it could be within 2-3 weeks or so, maybe a month, who knows. But we will get the multiplayer better of this fantastic mod sooner or later, and you can try it out. So don't forget to leave a like, share, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you on the next video.